Maxwell Health is a venture-backed health tech startup that we founded in the fall of last year. We are totally revolutionizing everything to do with employee benefits by turning it into a subscription service that people love. We automate, simplify, and make paperless everything to do with choosing, enrolling, and managing employee benefits. But we go way beyond that by making it fun to be healthy and by cutting through the clutter that makes healthcare so hard. To fix healthcare in America, we need to help companies control costs, and each and every single one of us need to get just a little bit healthier. Companies love Maxwell Health because we save them money and loads of time. People love Maxwell Health because we treat them like rock stars. Take a look at the video.
With Maxwell, you get great benefits at a manageable cost. Technology to simplify insurance, a time and money-saving healthcare concierge, and a wellness program that actually keeps your team healthy. The decision-making process for employees is made simpler by our lifestyle-based packaging system. Employees with families, who are single, or who lead particularly active lifestyles may have different benefits needs, and Maxwell makes it easy to choose what's right for them with an intuitive shopping experience. They can also enroll in dental and vision options, pre-tax financial benefits, 401k, life insurance, long-term disability, and other voluntary benefits. Plus, it manages payroll. With the Maxwell mobile app, employees can see all their health insurance info translated into plain English from the complicated documents your carrier sends us. Your team can also snap a photo of a confusing bill or an insurance claim and send it to the concierge, who will do all the work to resolve any conflict or payment problem for the employee. We also stream in fitness activity from their devices so they can see how they're doing and redeem rewards right from their phone.
We raised our Series A round of funding in July of this year, and we've had tremendous traction since then. In fact, so much so that in a few weeks we'll close our Series B round of funding. Every few days now, a brand new company joins the Maxwell movement. In fact, just a few weeks ago, we rolled out the incredible TED conferences, and we got a standing ovation for benefits. That does not happen. And they have a very high standard for talks over there, as you can appreciate. We now work with the top benefits advisors in the country who license our technology for their clients. Ginger, Pando Media, Leaf use Maxwell to manage their benefits and keep their teams healthy. I've been an entrepreneur all my life. Dropped out of school when I was 20 to start up my first software company with my brother and co-founder Vinay. We built Control F1 and pioneered a lot of the early technology and IT help desk automation. Built it to 50 people, raised 12 million, sold it to Computer Associates in 2006. Vinay, who's been an innovator his whole life, barely finished high school, went on to the Media Lab at MIT to work in a world-renowned neuroscience lab for a couple of years, and then was recognized by MIT Technology Review magazine as one of the top 100 innovators in the world. In 2010, we connected again to start getting disruptive in health. And we started off our model with a product called Daily Feats, which was a behavior change app that we private labeled for a lot of the top health and wellness brands in the country. Took it to $3 million in revenue, bootstrapped it in a couple of years. But then we dreamt up Maxwell and realized that we could get to our vision faster and better. And so we decided to build it. And we went out to recruit some of the top brains in the field. Took talent out of Cigna, Reliance Standard, Mutual of Omaha, and teamed them up with our group of outsiders. Disruptors, misfits who think different, engineers, designers, sales professionals, and marketers. And together, we're building a truly remarkable product to disrupt a business and industry that needs change. We've got some great advisors. Bill Sullivan was the president of Oxford Health Plans before it was acquired by United Healthcare. Amitabh Chandra is a professor of public policy at Harvard University and a nationwide expert in healthcare reform. Andy Palmer was the worldwide head of engineering and data at Novartis. Healthcare in America is broken. We need the nation's best minds and top innovators to fix these problems that affect millions of people every single day. We do what we do at Maxwell because it matters. Thank you.
Good presentation, missing some specifics. So specific customers paying you what per month and why?
Sure.
What is the one use case that it seems like you're doing everything?
Yep.
So what's the most important use case? Those are my two
So a
questions.
few things. A lot of what we've built exists in Fortune 5000 companies today because they spend millions of dollars on it. We've taken this and turned it into a subscription service for the small and medium-sized business, like they turn on Google and Basecamp and Dropbox are going to turn on something like Maxwell. Benefits advisors license it from us for between $2 to $4 per employee per month. They bake that into their model and give it to those clients. The use cases are many and varied, and I know it sounds like we're solving a lot of problems, but in fact, the reality is we've solved these problems. We have dozens of customers across the country. We have hundreds of thousands of dollars in revenue, and we launched it in February. And the reason this is happening is because you have to solve the whole problem. So let me give you an example. Today, if you want to save money on healthcare, you typically move towards a higher deductible, lower premium model of health insurance. And that puts the burden on the consumer to think about how they spend their healthcare dollars. But the problem is that we don't know how to spend those dollars because there's no transparency in what anything costs. So when you come to Maxwell and you want to find a doctor, you can call our concierge, email them. We'll find you one in your neighborhood, within your network, compare the cost and the quality. We'll book the appointment and handle all the logistics. You show up at the doctor's office, show them your smartphone app with your benefits details on it. If you get a bill you don't understand, snap a photograph, send it to us. We'll explain it to you. And if it's wrong, we'll call the carrier, call the provider, and get your money back.
So everything you just said, is that automated or are there humans back there doing that?
In some cases, there need to be humans. You got to
Like
call
what percentage is the breakdown? I'm trying to get specifics.
Yeah, so we actually outsource our back-end concierge service. So they're available at a variable cost for us that's baked into the model. Some of the doctor lookups can be done automatically, but if you've got to call and dispute a claim, you've got to call and dispute a claim. But we do some interesting things with data because we've plugged in a lot of different moving parts in here. So as an example, a lot of companies will have health reimbursement arrangements. You take a debit card into the doctor's office and you swipe it. We can set up a system, we've got a toggle in our system that a CFO can set that says if anyone ever spends more than $700 at the doctor, automatically adjudicate that bill. That bill gets sent to our concierge without any human involvement at the company's side. It gets adjudicated and we report back to the CFO how much money we saved them. So this industry's not perfect. There's a lot of duct tape and glue that you need to put together to make it work. But what I know we can do is do it profitably and make it look damn good to the user every single day.
Having suffered through existing online benefit services or ones that come before yours, I can attest to the fact that they are terrible, and most of them feel like they're 97, so I appreciated the way it looked. I'm curious, though, on that note, do you find are you mostly sort of trying to attack the market, like underneath? You said small to medium-sized businesses that haven't historically used a service like this, or are you finding that you're going after sort of entrenched markets? I know how hard it can be to replace an existing service like yours.
We're typically not replacing anything except for paper, and frankly, nothing. It's interesting, when we deploy Maxwell, within hours, the concierge service gets used. Within hours, the wellness program gets used, mainly because there's just pent-up demand for this. All of us have it. We have stacks of papers sitting at our desks that we're supposed to deal with to figure out a bill we're supposed to pay. So the demand is there, and that's what's remarkable about this, is that we're sitting on a gigantic opportunity. If you fast forward 2 years from now and look back, every company will have something like Maxwell.
When you say every company, are you talking about your client being on the company side or on the health plan side? Because are you acquiring customers like I'm DGA, Directors Guild. I can't imagine them baking $4 extra in for us.
So we don't sell through health plans. We don't even ask our companies to pay us. Today, benefits advisors make money through commissions from the health insurers. So when you use a broker, that broker makes money. Their business model is being disrupted. They need to compete with one another and deliver more value. So we go to them as a channel that already talked to millions of businesses and say, look, we're going to make servicing those businesses more efficient. We're going to give you a better model. We're going to give you an edge and a competitive differentiator. And they're more than happy to pay us that money to stay in business and be successful. Yeah, paper. I mean, there are a few innovators that have emerged in the space. There are mainly legacy players, sort of vintage pre-2010 companies built on old stacks of technology that for the most part have tried to automate everything before the enrollment process and have not become consumer-focused. We've said that the real challenge of healthcare is every day when you're engaging with healthcare. That's the hard part. And we've been able to take advantage of this consumerism to build a better experience. And that's where I think we've got a pole position. Thank you.